allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo, la mo to dodo. Mayegun la wa mo, la mo to dodo. Ọ̀rẹ́ ara lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. Please read the caption of this broadcast as usual. The description of this broadcast as well. Like it, then share it to invite your friends and not so friendly friends. And tell all of them that Mayegun today. I have a message for those of you who recently joined this platform. Tell everyone. You see this part of the Mayegun's Diary broadcast where we have to pass message through music. It is actually an effort to wait for others who are just going to not join us right away. We do not want anyone to miss anything. So the first 5 minutes of this broadcast is to kind of wait for everybody.
Yes, right.
So as you are joining, share the broadcast as wide as you can. I have all the information that I believe you need for the days ahead. We are in a world where misinformation, propaganda are all intended to achieve one single purpose. Keep the people divided, confused, and unable to really make an informed decision. Mayegun's diary political is just to fill in the gap. Whatever you do with the information is wholly yours. Thank you. Share this. Today. Thank you so much, the dear Templars. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. It is Mayegun Live. As the Fill in the Gap platform, where the undiluted, unscripted information are readily available to those who want them, because what they are doing in Nigeria today, no matter how much we try to distance ourselves as much as possible, it always follows us everywhere. Now, we now know that usually those who never understood the impact of a bad governance, what does it mean? They are beginning to understand the impact, even if you think you have well to do. You have a job, you have a business, you are legit. But there are many things that ordinarily, if you continue to be nonchalant towards, one day, your business won't survive. Your job won't survive. Through single economy policy of wrong people in charge of your government can ruin your life. And in the case of Nigeria, it has been ruining lives. It is not bad to ask for something better. So if the people who are responsible for all of this are not taking responsibility, they are doubling down. They're not listening. These guys believe. They know what the people want. They know what you want. Now that the fear of nationwide protests has gripped Nigeria, it is also to show their vulnerability. Look at them. Come on. Like, forget about your biases now, but look at your politicians. Now they are feeling like, in order to sort of calm you down, it's not to reverse policies that ruined everything, changed everything for you and your family in the last 1 year. Rather, they are panicking. They are spending so much money to, number one, to stop you from actually expressing how you feel. They are gaslighting you, blackmailing you, because they don't want to take responsibility. They are telling you that 1 year is too short. They agreed. But in the last 1 year, they've made decisions that have destroyed your businesses, destroyed your jobs. They have made decisions that have put your lives in danger. Come on. If you think, okay, your own is that you've not been kidnapped, or a member of your family has not been killed, or you've not sold your property to pay ransom, there are other ways that you are also being affected. If you think of it, and you are not selfish, in order to say, my own is still better, we are thanking God. That doesn't mean that everything is bad. People have died because of the actions and inactions of these guys. So they don't want to take responsibility. And that is wrong. It is so wrong that if you look at all of their actions, you will see that they are actions of people in panic mode. They are not composed. They are making an announcement. I mean, in the last 24 hours, thiefnubu has announced that people should come and borrow money from a 110 billion naira. Oh, come and take money. In the last 48 hours, they have been sharing food, rice. To some point, they were sharing them in traffic. Because according to them, maybe people are just hungry. Give them food. Not what actually turned all of them into these wolves. They know what caused that. But right now, they are throwing money at it, hoping it will go away. And every day, it is pointing to one single path or single direction. Anarchy looms. Here is part of the confusion. In order not to take responsibility at all, right? They have been pointing fingers. They said those who are organizing protest, they want to overthrow thiefnubu. That's a lie. Those who are organizing protest, they are faceless. That is a lie. You have a lot of them on your screen, on your TV, discussing this, mobilizing, and they are stating their reasons. But rather, they want to use their thugs. They want to use patriots like this, that they will give 5,000 naira to, give them a t-shirt, a face cap, and tell them to go and say no to protest. Now, 5,000 naira they give to this young man, cannot even feed him more than a day. He can't make a pot of soup with that 5,000 naira. He can't buy gari rice or what have you from this 5,000 naira that can last him more than a day. But this is how they want it to be. Oh, give them money. We are doing everything. We are rolling out food. We are this and that. We are giving fertilizer. They are coming up to say, oh, we are doing, see what we are doing. Local government autonomy very soon. See the minimum wage very soon. Don't protest. It has gotten so to an embarrassing stage where those who are shouting, no protest, no protest, they have started protesting in order to stop protest. This is part of the confusion. And what that really tells you is that I don't know which category you will fall into if you are watching me from Nigeria. Okay? If you are watching me from Nigeria, and one way or the other, it be like say this thing will really reach your side, but it will end up as peanuts, right? We were doing a math on this today. This is how they have belittled you. 5,000 naira. If you give 5,000 naira to 100 people, how much is that? Is that not 50,000 naira? Okay, 10. Okay, that's 500,000 naira. Abi, 100 people. So that means 1,000 people with 5 million naira. You can actually get that 1,000 people, okay, to go out there and say they don't want to protest. That is 5 million naira. How much is 5 million naira? 2,000 pounds sterling. 2,000 pounds. And that is enough to gather that number of people, right? 1,000 Nigerians for a day, for the photo op and all of that. And they are willing and ready to do it. Now imagine that what you get from the 6 billion naira budget is 5,000 naira at the end of it, just to allow these guys not to take responsibility, since they said give them time. So how long do you think 5,000 or 10,000 naira will last you? How many years? Whether thiefnubu won't do 8 years or 80 years, at least let him do something that's relieve your hardship, at least. And this one is not by sharing rice or money. just policy pronouncements, just policy announcement and implementation, which is something they don't want to do. They are talking about student loan. You are a student. You don't even see the loan. You are reading about it on social media. They are even gaslighting you, saying that you Southerners call it a scam. But yet you are a student. You are a student. How come it is not in your school? How come you're not asking for that? That's something that can really impact on your life than the 5,000 naira they will give to you to go and shout, no protest, no protest. I mean, come on. That's something. If you are an entrepreneur and you have a small business and they put out a loan of 110 billion and they said you can borrow some money interest-free, you shouldn't stress for that. They should just tell you where, and then you apply, and then you get the money, support your business. That is going to impact on you. It is better than giving you 5,000 or giving you rice. Okay? So when they are, the only visible thing is you are hearing the billions, right? The only visible thing is that you are seeing them sharing rice. At the end of the day, when the rice gets to you, if it ever gets to you, it will never feed you or feed your family more than maybe a day or two. What happened after that? Are you just going to have to like go on fasting? Since you have agreed that you want to be patient. Anyway, they've pushed a lot of things. But it seems that they are not working. But for the sake of context, right? They are using their DSS to pick people up now. Okay? You see this young man on the right on your screen. It's called Mallam Jabeer. Now, is one of those mobilizing for the end bad governance. They didn't say thiefnubu resign. It says, it didn't say we'll burn Nigeria. It says end bad governance. And their demands are clearly stated. And I saw Onofunuga responding to these demands on X, Twitter, this evening, right? And he was responding, even though he said they didn't know their demand. Well, these are the demand. Scrap the 1999 constitution. Toss the Senate, arm of the Nigerian legislative system. Keep the House of Reps, right? These are, there are some of them that pronouncement can take care of. There are others that actions can be set on them, whereby, you know, within a frame time of, or time frame of 3 months, 6 months, all of this can also be done. But what this means is that you are asking them to hang themselves, so they won't do it. They won't. Not because they can't, even though others will say they can't. No, they can't. I think that's what we should say. Not only that they won't, it's just that they can't. It's like a suicide. So now, if you are making all this, there are those ones that you can pick from and say, because of this, so I'll go and add my voice so that they can do this one. Because of this one. That is what is called protest in the first place. But when the government begin to mobilize military, thiefnubu has invited military. They are bringing military back from the Boko Haram enclave. Now, the Nigeria security is about to be further exposed. On top waiting. On top say these guys want to keep their luxury lives. They want to continue to kind of milk you. They cannot really cut down. Like for real. Now they are bringing in military. People that they didn't pay. They've given them guns. They are giving them weapons. They are putting them in combat mode. I've been a mode. When I say military term will be like combat mode. Putting the soldiers in combat mode, getting ready to shoot. Now they will flood majority of the part of the country with military soldiers. The Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, all of them, they will now be running. So they are practically the ones who want to overthrow thiefnubu's government, because they can't do what the people are asking. Then they want the people to accept what they are offering. And what are they offering? They are saying you should be patient. Okay? Give us more years. The reform will begin to yield. There is no reform anywhere. IMF and World Bank policies are what thiefnubu and the rest of them are operating. If you believe them that there is any reform going anywhere, you are dumber than the doorbell, you. Always remember that. I am dumber than the doorbell. You need to print that out of a printer, laminate it, put rope around it, and then put it around your neck. Everywhere you go, please let the people know. If you don't see this like, you might be dumber than the doorbell. Because see policy, no policy. Now IMF policy, and IMF policy is that we will give you loan. Okay? Whatever you want to do. You want to fight polio? We'll give you loan. You want to fight cholera? We'll give you loan. You want to generate electricity? Okay, yeah, maybe. You want to construct roads and complete the same road? Maybe. But you want to fight poverty? No. But do you want to manage poverty? Yes, we can manage poverty. Then we'll give you a loan. But there are conditions. There is a difference between investors who just want to come and invest in your country, which is to put something in and take it out. They are not interested in developing your place. So IMF, World Bank gave thiefnubu and gang the policy they have to implement to access loan. And it is to increase taxes. It is straightforward. Nigeria has no money. You are paying subsidy to criminals who are not really delivering anything. It's just like a monthly thing. Under PDP, they were stealing money from crude oil. Under APC, they were stealing the crude oil without money. That has worsened the Nigeria situation. And with this issue of insecurity, the lack of rule of law, where your judiciary is the most corrupt ever in the world, this has already scared away the real people that should actually come and invest, other than those who are buying your government bond. There's no room to create jobs. The ones available, they are dying, suffocating, because thiefnubu's policy says they have to pay more taxes. Nothing is given back from these taxes. Electricity is not improving. Security is not improving. Infrastructure is not improving. All of these are dilapidated enough that businesses are running. The cost of running their businesses are natural, the natural death of so many businesses who have actually died naturally, and those who quickly dispose whatever was left of their business, and they left Nigeria. IMF policy says they have to continue to increase. Go and float your Naira. Go and devalue it if you want us. Now, what does that even mean? It simply means that they have to determine what kind of resources Nigeria will be selling abroad and how much. What kind of Nigeria products are going to be taken abroad and how much. So they place Nigeria in the lowest of the lowest just to give them money that they didn't even give to them at once. They give this money to them in tranches. And as they know, the criminals takes the money within a short space of time, and the money disappears. The treasury is empty again. So they have to increase taxes again and again and again and again. Infrastructure improvement is zero. No real investment. Then they agreed to go and borrow money to share money. IMF gave them because they know that is never going to produce anything. You want money to share to poor people? Take it. Go and share it. But you need to devalue your money a little bit more. Okay, we'll do that. Our people are hungry. They need food. We need to buy food for them. Okay, take it. But you need to devalue your money. Then hardworking people in Nigeria, you working so hard. At least they say the most hardworking people in Nigeria are the people where they use hand to dig well. People where they beg conga, or people where they dig a grave. They are the most hardworking people. The next after them are the bricklayers, you know. So when a lady is praying for hardworking, very hardworking, energetic man, they always reject the bricklayers and the all these people where they work hard work. But guess what? No matter any job you do, even in your business, no matter how much you work, the system is rigged against you because of these policies, okay? You are going to lose 40% of whatever you do in life. So let me explain what that means. Let's say you work so hard now, and then you make 20,000 Naira, right? You know, 20,000 Naira, no easy. So imagine that out of the 20,000 Naira that you are holding, your 20,000 Naira and the value of that 20,000 Naira when you begin to spend it is actually just about 12,000 Naira. Yeah, you have 20,000. But when you go out there, when you look at what you pay 20,000 Naira for now, and what you will pay 12,000 Naira for a year ago, that's how they robbed you. Your money, your effort, your hard work, they've been cut down from the source. That is what you call policy. When you have to use your money to buy expensive petrol, and some of it now, we now know that they are all adulterated. That will ruin that your vehicle eventually. But before it ruins it, you buy that. You buy expensive petrol or diesel to fuel, to power your, to power your business, to power your home. All of this extra. Then you also ended up to pay 300% increase in electricity tariff. You do not really have the electricity. They came out to boldly tell you that you have band A, band B, band C, band D, band E, band F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. So imagine if your own band is band Z, you only be getting electricity once in every 10 years. They boldly told you that. That means they had no plan of actually giving you, when the constitution says they have to give you 24 hours electricity, they have to give you, quality healthcare. They have to give you, your children, quality education, right? They've denied you all of this. They violated the agreement that gives them the power, the sovereignty to rule over you. They've denied you all of that. They do not have any power over you anymore. But you are still struggling within that. And somebody is going to collect 2,000, 5,000 to say you can endure. So it's up to you. In Niger State today, they don't seem to be waiting for August 1st anymore. So they blocked the road in and out of Niger State. One of them is the road that leads to Abuja. So it's officially kicked off.
Muhammad Jabeer baban doki muna wannan abin da mun gaji da abin da yake faruwa mai ya ƙara kuɗi ba a yi magana akan ƙara kuɗin mai ba an ce kan mu yi zanga-zanga jiya wasu sun fito sun yi zanga-zanga ba wanda ya musu magana sai mu mun fito yau an ce ba za mu yi ba amma za mu haƙura mu muna bin doka ba faɗa muka zo yi ba mun zo zanga-zanga na lumana saboda haka an ce mu bari sheran alamis shugaban da ya same mu ya ce sheran alamis mu za mu haƙura ran alamis za mu zo wani abin da ya kamata mu Allah.
And same thing in Kano. And their worst fear is that if they lose the control over the northern populace, they will lose control over Nigeria totally. So in their panic states, they've invited the military into the game. The military that blocked a road to Abuja today in order to possibly say in order to control those who are coming to Abuja to protest, but they are in now. And it is about to get messy. But why now? So here is the mistake they are making. Like I said, even if you don't like thiefnubu, which by the right of evidence, it is your right not to like him. Like, it's okay. If you have a chance of getting rid of him from that place, there are so many people that will take it. But that is something they are trying to push on you, making you feel like, oh, maybe if you have the chance, won't you invade Aso Rock? Do you not know that if you have the chance, you will not go into that Aso Rock, you're not going to all those government houses in your states and drag out all these guys? Do you think we don't know that? Yeah, there are people that feels like that, no doubt. But at the same time, they are not stupid people. Just know that. Because there are some things that's going to actually trigger something that will trigger something. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. Listen, if you are watching me and you are one of the politicians in Nigeria, okay, maybe I can speak to you directly. Something that I know you have no power to do anything, but you will remember what I say now, okay? And that is, there is nobody as of yet that has the power to destroy thiefnubu's government than thiefnubu himself. Come to think of it, there are some of you who believe that he did so greatly well in Lagos, right? That even though you live in that same Lagos, sometimes you join them to say, yes, he will do this to Nigeria and all of that. Now, let's assume that you probably have imagined it for a long time that, how is it going to be like if these fraudsters, because that's who I see them as, okay? If these chancers, opportunists, especially from the Southwest, who paraded themselves like they have anything in common with Awolowo, remember? But rather, they were grooming and breeding a collection of degenerates, agberos. In fact, where education that used to be something of pride in Yoruba land has now probably become something of like almost a shame. However, there are those of you who have that in your mind that maybe they can do what Awolowo wanted to do, even though you are so deluded. And then you are so wrapped in their tribal politics, which a lot of you love to deny. I am not, see, this time I'm not kind of like trying to push you back. Now I'm just saying, you had your expectations, right? So, right now, are you not disappointed? Like, for real, like, you don't have to say it to me. Just like, are you not disappointed in the caliber of people that thiefnubu appointed into his regime? Like all their records that you have been hearing. The Minister of Budget is the former governor of Kebbi State. a former bagman for Abacha, a money launderer. Thiefnubu's confidant is a wanted man called Jibat Shaguri that owns almost half of Lagos on behalf of Thiefnubu. These are the advisors, right? Bayo Obekunde Onofunuga, an indicted news agency of Nigeria, director, a thief. Abina Patawale, the former governor of Zamfara, the one that spent over 1.4 billion naira of Zamfara state money on rehabilitating terrorists, buying them trucks, giving them money, all because he was using them to continue to extract gold called Zamfara gold. Who else is in that place that I need to mention? Like Better Edu, Omo Beta, that spent just about 6 months as Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, and boom, over 7 billion naira disappeared. In which the one in charge of internal affairs, what do you call that one? The one in charge of your passports, the one that is spending so much fortune on social media, just for social media validation, PR. What's that his name again? The one that got over 600 million naira from Better Edu, in the name of consulting and putting together a register of the poor people in Nigeria that Thiefnubu wanted to pay. The one that Shadia, you remember Shadia Farouk, the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs under Bukhari, of course, the one that stole over 4 trillion naira. The woman that shared over 4 trillion naira without any trace of a bank account. Yeah. The one that succeeded her spent 6 months and 7 billion disappeared. If she hasn't been on suspension, only God knows. As we speak, look around you. Or Uju Kennedy, the pancake madam, money queen, the one that spent 1.5 or 1.8 million naira fueling a car from Abuja to Anambra. Who else do you have inside that place? Abina Kadobi, Oduduwa Emefiole, the one that wrecked 2 banks and is your central bank governor. Who else do you have in there? He appointed crooks, criminals like himself, ass lickers, like himself, praise singers, who praise him and, kind of make him feel good. And these are the people who are advising him. And, or is it Bajabia Mole? Bajabia Moron. A former Alabama, Georgia, where Bajabia Mole stole his own clients, betrayed his own client's trust, and stole $25,000, ran away to Nigeria, and then plead the fifth. And said, I will settle the money, He ended up as what? These are the people advising him. Or the Majamajari Badu. Majamajari Badu, that was once that said the most corrupt governor he ever investigated, the most corrupt politician he ever investigated was Pablo Escobar, the Jagabanditi, Thiefnubu. And now he is his national security advisor. Like, what were you expecting? This is the advice of these people have been what Thiefnubu has been following, Abi. So if their advices push Thiefnubu and whatever the brain you said he has, right? Yeah, if that pushed him to this stage, who do you think is the problem? Now, the same guys are doubling down. They have money to pay people to say no to protest. They are now inviting military. They are bringing military into the country. They are bringing military into the city. Special, and things turn around. And the military take over. Who do you think they will now blame? Faceless protesters. That's not true. In Lagos. You get that? Thank you, Jerry. See, you get the drift, right? I am like, who are those advising him? Look at them. They are advising him. They are Now, these same guys, they are now threatening Nigerians. They are threatening Nigerians. They are accusing Nigerians of want to remove thiefnubu. Hey, they want to overthrow. They want to cause anarchy. They want to People appointed by thiefnubu, they don't give a damn about whatever you're going through. Whatever they interpreted it, they interpret it as is what they will flow with. They are advising him. Now they are leading him to the cliff. But they are still blaming you. They are. Watch this, by the way. Between Sheung and somebody who is also like, what is wrong with these people?
The rights activist. He's the lead protest here in the country. Something. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You've heard the legal conversation around it, and the police has not denied the fact that Nigerian citizens have the right to assemble, to protest, and to show their grievance against government actions or inactions. But in this case, it does look like the government has established its fear, and perhaps the NSAS report, God forbid, what happened in the aftermath of NSAS, for example, in Lagos, happened again. The destruction and the wanton destruction of lives, of property. Never should that kind of thing happen in the name of a protest. But you understand the fear of government. Under the law, what are the possibilities of guaranteeing that, yes, there will be peaceful protests, but how do we make sure that there is no hijack?
Well, thank you very much, Sheung. I think it is worth noting that non-violent protest is a shared responsibility between the state and the protesters. And what I mean is the state has a constitutional responsibility to guarantee safety as well as the security of citizens, because Section 14 of the Constitution is very clear as to the role and the function of a state. Citizens, on the other hand, also have a duty to support the government to ensure that there is political stability and there is no violence. Now, you have a situation where citizens and young people, in furtherance of a right vested on them by the provisions of the Constitution, and in particular Section 40, that deals with the freedom of peaceful assembly, are enforcing their right because the same Constitution also vests citizens with a responsibility to hold their government to account. And so they have decided to use or instrumentalize protest, which is a tool guaranteed by the Constitution for engaging government. And so whether the protest will end in violence or not is a role that both the police, the security agencies, and the protesters have to bear. Now, historically, the people who actually hijack protests and ensure that protests end in violence are not the protesters. And so we need to cut the organizers of this protest some slack, because they have expressed their commitment to ensuring that they exercise this right for protest under and based on the dictates of the law. Now, the state, on the other hand, also now has a responsibility to protect the protesters and ensure that mischief makers, thugs, do not hijack the protest. And that is where I think that we need to reiterate the point that if the protest, is peaceful, it is peaceful because security agencies and the protester decide to work together. And I'm using this opportunity to call on the security agencies, to protect the protesters because they are exercising their constitutional right.
Let me jump in quickly. Yeah. You referenced Section 40 of the Constitution, which guarantee freedom of association and peaceful assembly. But there are those who will argue that there isn't any place in the Constitution where protests and demonstrations have been mentioned. And the police have said, if you are going to do this protest, you have to assemble in a place for easy organization. What do you make of that provision and that argument that the police have said no bonfires, no streets, no marching on the street, just assemble for easy organization? Do you agree with that line that the police is towing?
Well, quite frankly, we must recognize, yes, the police has a responsibility and just drawing from experiences in the past. But I don't think that it behoves on the police to dictate to the protesters the mode and the approach that they use, to ventilate their grievance, because the Constitution is very clear. I think that the protesters and those who are organizing this protest also have a responsibility to ensure that they don't use any tool that undermines public safety, because this responsibility is shared and this right is not absolute. And so it's important. And all through the preparation for this protest, I have not heard where the protesters have said they are going to use either arms or they're going to use tools that threaten public peace or public safety. But they also need to be reminded that they must do so. They must exercise that right within the provisions of the law. Now, the Constitution, does not place any responsibility on the protesters, to request for any permit. And this matter is settled by our courts. If you recall, in 2007, when the ANPP, the former or the defunct, ANPP, led a protest to protest the government policies of the federal government, and then the police disrupted the protest, and their argument in court was that you required a permit, to conduct protest. And the court ruled in favor of ANPP that you do not require any permit, to do what? To conduct or undertake any protest, because the law is very clear, because peaceful assembly, and it's very clear, peaceful, assembly. So I think that the protesters, need to defend their rights, by restricting themselves to the provisions of the Constitution and not employ violence as a tool, because across the world, violence is not a tool. And I really want to cut the protesters some slack, because they've not said that they are going to do what? To instrumentalize violence, or they are going to burn down government institutions or public or national asset. They've not said so, and I want to give them the benefit of doubt. However, what the police needs to do, and based on the rhetoric coming from different stakeholders, is to protect this protest.
Something quickly, I like to get this. Sowore, who is a presidential candidate of a political party in the 2023 elections, is one of those who have been leading this protest. There are those who will say this is now politically motivated. Now, for a government who spent about just a year in office, does he have the right to then go to the street and protest when those who gave the president a mandate are waiting patiently for him to deliver? There are those who argue in that right, and there are those who will say this is purely, totally backed. And then the DSS have said they've identified those who are financing and funding this. What do you make of that? If this is toned and tagged as a politically motivated protest, the legality of that, is it questioned though?
Protest is political. The big question is whether it is partisan. Because this is citizens' action. This is a citizens' action. It's actually a political engagement where citizens are engaging the state and they are ventilating their views. So there's nothing wrong if this is political. The big question is whether this is actually partisan. And Sowore isn't, to the best of my knowledge, he's not the He's not the only one leading this protest. There are other citizens who are part of those who are organizing this protest. The gentleman who is there in the studio, he has also told you. And so there are people. So the big question is, why are these people, why are these citizens protesting? Those are the key questions. And what government needs to learn, it needs to talk with young people. Currently, it is talking at young people, but it's not talking with young people. And this is why these young people are leveraging protests to demand a better bargain. And is what addresses the rights activists.
Thank you. Like I said, they are talking back at us. They are tagging us, labeling us, threatening us, gaslighting us, and totally downplaying the concerns of the people. That is punishable. And it's about to start. So today, thiefnubu signed the 70,000 Naira minimum wage. As part of what they will tell you, Shebi don't sign now, 70,000. But you know something? Today as well, fuel scarcity looms. And a liter of petroleum was actually sold for over 1,000 Naira per liter. The queue are gradually coming back. The report is that the depot is dry. I don't know how true that is, but it's coming from them. After spending 940 billion Naira a month on subsidy, something bad is about to happen. So, go and tell them that we have increased I have signed into law the minimum wage law. Everybody will be paid 70,000 Naira every month. Go and tell them that we are making decisions. Student loan is available. All of this audio. But Akpabioli and the rest of them were there. Look at their faces. Those are the ones that are still around, though. And they can disappear. You may not see them on your screen anymore in the coming days. Okay? State governors. Some of them will disappear. You see? Because national protest is not in Lagos, in Abuja, in Kano, and all that. No. National is called national. It will enter your village. And it has already kicked off, in case if you don't know. But today, they came with another lumber. They've signed 70,000. Minimum wage that can't buy you half bag of rice, half bag of beans, half bag of semo, 2 liters of palm oil, pay your children school fees, pay your rent for that month, maybe get yourself some few things to change your wardrobe. As someone who just got paid 70,000 Naira, you can't. You can only wish. But see the clowns. They have something to tell you. Here was thiefnubu signing it into law so that we can celebrate.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
How would you say this moment?
Well, I'm ecstatic. I'm excited about the Nigerian worker. And the National Minimum Wage Amendment is for the whole nation. For the federal government, for the states, for the local governments, for the private sector, and even for individual employers. So I think this is a great day for the workers in the country. We are not only doubling the minimum wage, we have added something on top. Initially it was 30,000, now it is 70,000. Like I said, this is minimum. This is not maximum. Any employer that has a capacity can pay as much as you want, but no Nigerian worker will offer services and be paid anything less than 70,000 from today. That is the implication of this act. It applies all over the nation. And we're excited that this is happening at a time like this, through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man who cares for the Nigerian workers. And you've seen what we are doing in the National Assembly. When he came, the entirety of the National Assembly moved and passed the bill in one day out of excitement. We felt that this was not something we could delay. So I think the workers are happy. So I want to use this opportunity to call on those who are attempting to foment trouble, that you have a right to protest. It's your fundamental right. It is there in the Constitution, but you don't have a right to destabilize the country. The right to protest should not be turned into a right to unleash violence. It's very clear that people who are already, it's always very amorphous, very faceless. So what it means is that people are preparing to loot and go around and do all sorts of things. Where we are today was not caused by 1 year's administration. It is the outcome of years of insecurity. Many people could not go to farms for almost 10 years and all that, and the president has risen to the occasion. Every food item that is coming in now will come in without anything like a restriction. There's no restriction. Bring in food because Nigerians need to eat. And then at the same time, most things are coming in with a lot of waivers. So for me, I'm excited that, yes, indeed, the government is doing what it should. And we, the leaders in the National Assembly, we are touching our various constituencies. So my appeal to the Nigerian youth is do not allow any group to mislead you politically. People who probably did not have their fortunes in 2023 election are thinking they can come to the back door. That will amount to anarchy. Any destruction of any property will cost Nigeria money, and we don't have the money. Instead, let's put the money in developing you and developing your environment instead of going to rebuild. So kudos to the Nigerian workers, and I'm excited, and I congratulate Nigeria, I congratulate the President and the National Assembly for the expeditious passage of this bill.
What about the bill
we have gone very far with it, and I expect that by Wednesday it will be signed.
Thank you, but that will be all. Thank you.
Do you see the way they quickly just have to gaslight you? People want to protest and they said they want to cause anarchy. Yeah, you have the right to protest, but you don't have the right to cause anarchy. Who is causing anarchy? It is the job of the police to arrest anybody who wants to cause anarchy, Abi. Why are they always so why are they so tensed, scared? To see the people come together to actually ask them, all these ones, the only people that are happy about 70,000 minimum wage are the NLC, TUC, their leadership. There is no worker that is happy. Or have you seen it anywhere? Celebrating 70,000. So again, the politicians are the ones talking about anarchy. They are the ones talking about violence. They are the ones paying people to cause violence, to cause anarchy. Okay? I just hope the rest of the world is watching and they are paying attention as well. So their police IG today, because I told you that guy is now like illegal police IG. He was supposed to have, is meant to retire soon, right? He was supposed to go on administrative leave and then he would retire. But thiefnubu has extended his stay illegally using the same Akpabiole's Senate, okay, to extend it. So he was talking today, and fair enough, he told these guys that they must protect all the protesters. All the protesters. And then arrest those that might want to cause trouble. I'm not saying you should take his words, but let it be on record that he said it. Listen to this.
Me about some letters that are coming in, a particular letter that just came in. I haven't seen it, but I'm aware that one or two letters of notification to the police to have a protest has been received by one or two commissioners of police. Okay, I think that's the question you asked. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, we have received one or two of such notifications from two different protest groups, and we are handling them. Then the second question from, I don't know who has asked that question. Okay, you want to know what we are going to do in the event of provocation. And I want to answer that question by telling you that in the event of provocation, our men shall exercise utmost restraint. I want to say this, that yes, the police will protect the rights of citizens to peaceful assembly and protest, but those people who are coming out to protest should also note that while exercising their rights should not be allowed to infringe on the rights of others. It is your right to protest, but in exercising that right, let it not infringe on the rights of another. Thank you. Pleased to welcome you to this crucial conference. A key component of this administration is to regularly engage tactical commanders with a view to review the general internal security situation of the country, identify emerging threats, and develop effective countermeasures to mitigate the threats. I address you today with a sense of urgency and patriotic zeal, commending your vital contributions to national security and the ultimate sacrifices you have been making. Despite achievements, persistent security challenges demand our swift and professional attention. This meeting is prompted by the imminent anti-government protest posing a significant threat to national security. Our objective here today is to evaluate, discuss various ways to effectively implement our operational strategies to ensure public safety and security, while acknowledging the rights of citizens to peaceful assembly and protest. Available intelligence at our disposal suggests that the planned protest is a deliberate attempt to destabilize the government and undermine public safety. We must leverage our expertise to develop and execute a robust plan addressing potential risks and challenges. We must be vigilant and be prepared to prevent chaos. Drawing lessons from the 2020 NSAS protest, our paramount objective is to safeguard public safety, maintain law and order, and protect citizens' rights and well-being. I direct you to take all necessary measures to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order in your respective jurisdiction. We will henceforth prioritize our deployment to guarantee public safety. You will ensure personnel within your command are thoroughly briefed and prepared, maintaining continuous contact with state commands for effective communication and coordination. Prioritize de-escalation techniques, and remember that force should always be a last resort. I emphasize the importance of professionalism, civility, and restraint guided by the principles of fairness and justice. Let us embrace a proactive approach, anticipating potential threats and taking preventive measures. strict adherence to established protocols, code of conduct, and the rule of law is paramount. Every officer's action have a profound impact reflecting on the entire police force. In concluding this brief address, I want to thank you for your commitment to serving and protecting Nigeria. Your courage, dedication, and professionalism are the bedrock of our police force. Together, let us ensure peace and security in our country. Thank you.
He was there talking about the protest escalating and stuff like that nonsense. And he mentioned the 2020. Number one, I said it, do not take him for his word. I just wanted him to say all those things so that you can hear them, right? ECOWAS court indicted Nigerian government generally of killing peaceful protesters. But you see these Olori Brukus, they continue to repeat the narrative of protesters burn Lagos, they burn Nigeria, they burn police stations, they cost a lot, right? Meanwhile, they are the ones being indicted. They are the ones being indicted to have unleashed violence on protesters, and they were using lethal weapons, killing them, shooting at them. That led to the death of over 400 Nigerians. There is evidence. It's before the ECOWAS court. It's even before their own Lagos NSAS panel. But they continue to repeat that. Their protesters burned this, protesters burned that, not them killing protesters before things escalated to them bringing in their thugs that started burning properties. So now the police is now working on, the police IG is giving an order that the policemen should remember the NSAS, how it was done, and must make sure that they prevented anything like that happening. Protect the protesters, but that simply means if we tell you to stay here, you have to stay there. So if the protester says, no, we are moving to that side, now they can start shooting their tear gas while it starts. But right now, as they are mobilizing to make sure that everything that we escalate it, I'm talking about the government, including the security agent, everything that's going to escalate this is what they are planning to do. But there is something. They have all agreed that there's nothing that can really stop this protest now that it has kicked off. Okay? So heads will roll, and that's totally on you. We are going to possibly see how effective their money, the 6 billion they have spent so far, how effective that has been, how that will be in the next 24 hours or 48 hours. Right now, they are sharing food in the on the street. I don't know if you have come across them this way. This won't happen today.
This is how they want to stop the protests. Can you see? Can you see? Causing traffic. Oh. Take a look. Throwing two cups of rice, bagged 2 cups of rice, throwing it to people. Just imagine, see people. They scamper to catch rice. One person don't even bash myself. Imagine.
That's what they've been up to. Others have been given a t-shirt and 5,000 Naira to say no to protest. You get that now? And these are the patriotic ones. They say, these are the people, patriotic Nigerians. But I have seen videos of people campaigning in Ibadan, mobilizing ahead of the whole thing. But today, when the MTN decided to block Nigerians and from their network, that triggered a sort of a national early protest on its own. And somewhere in Lagos, Shoki ahead, the angry Nigerians, they did this. Because come on, in all of this mess, why would you even like block their lines? So that was nationwide. So people couldn't make calls as MTN customers. They couldn't receive messages or receive calls. Some of them couldn't access their banking apps. Okay. And some who were expecting some payments couldn't receive any alerts. And those who are expecting their salaries to be paid from where they couldn't get anything. And today is Monday. Some are like, we are not even going to go to work. What am I going to go to work for? In all of this, they said they are test running how it's going to be like when they will shut down the social media or shut down the internet. You know something? When somebody said they will shut down the internet, I was like, no, they won't be stupid to shut down the internet. Ever shut down the internet? That means there will be no flights. Okay? There will be no flights in and out of Nigeria. There will be so many things that forget it. Just shut it down first. But they can do it, you know, they don't care. They will do it if they have to. All right. Now, moving away from that, yesterday, the supposed president of National Association of Nigerian Students came out and said Nigerian students who participate in a protest, right? Because they believe that thiefnubu is doing fine. Then today he is granting a press release that he didn't collect money. Did they accuse a student already holding this guy that he's collected the money or what? But he continued the whitewashing of thiefnubu. So if you are a student from Nigeria, this is your president, I think. Yeah? Is it? This grandfather? I'm joking.
I think I want to state here that during my statement, I pinpointed to you the reason why we are not joining the protest. One, it is politically motivated. Persons want to use it to, group of persons, they come out, we've seen that they are political actors. So they want to use it to attain political gain. That is one. Secondly, too, we want to tap from the opportunity given to us by the federal government through the NEL fund. The NEL fund money has been voted dead, and Nigerian students who don't have money, there is even a pocket money for that. There is money for school fees, upkeep too, that they should apply for it. And see, our education is priority to us. If we say we should go into protest now, many things will destroy. Those who said they want to protest, can they come and sign guarantee to tell Nigerians that this protest they are going, that nothing will happen, nation will not be destroyed? You have a right, but remember, your right to protest is not more than the right for the security of the nation. For national security, there are certain rights that will be deprived of you. If you can guarantee Nigerians that this protest is well organized, we have not been contacted. We will not be contacted. Nobody is talking to us about. We can't just come out. Who are we going to hold responsible if property, businesses are destroyed? You could remember the last protest Nigeria occurred. Many property destroyed until today we've not recovered for it. So we believe that we can drive home our point of agitation through dialogue. There is 100 billion voted for youth entrepreneur youth fund. The Nigerian student can tap for such opportunity apart from the NEL fund. These are opportunities Nigerian students can get from. Then lastly, you can discover that for the past 1 year, our academic calendar through ASU have not been cut short. And these are things we believe we didn't achieve them through protest. It is through dialogue. And we believe that protest can never be a solution. Because even after protesting, we'll still come back to the round table. Why don't we be in the struggle, we believe in consultation, consolidation, before you think of other options. Are you getting it? So these are our genuine reasons of saying that we don't want to join the protest. Those who are saying they want to protest, would they agree that they want to be in the front of the protest? Are they saying that they want to come and coordinate us? Let us know all these things. So we cannot be misled by any person that want to join any protest. So we have our own reasons, and when Nigerian students want to come out to drive home their point of agitation, You know how NAS do it. We fought military to a standstill. So we don't need any person to come and stimulate us. We've told the government to listen to us. If they don't, we have a way of driving home our point of agitation. Greatest Nigerian student.
Nuisance, Lele.
That's the president of Nigerian students. Agbiru. I mean, somebody said, what course is he studying? Political science. He's a political scientist. Is that not even enough to tell you that things don't? If these ones were actually the members of NANS during the military era, these ones, they will actually organize themselves, okay, to attack all the NANS that wanted to protest against the military. But look at him there. We cannot protest. We don't know them. We don't want anybody to come and use us. You don't know them, but you believe they want to use you for you to ask for the reversal of policies that have made people poorer, sick. You said it's political. They want to use for political advantage. They want to, like, you are so concerned as a student. See that one as student. We are more concerned about our academic year. They are not paying your lecturers. As soon as the rest of them, they are not paying them. They're going to go on strike. You know that. So why are you lying? So you're going to tell the house and say, as you should come back to the school. Because Ashiwaju will pay them later, Abi. I'm just saying. Okay. So that one is that. Here is our guy's response, you know, because I like this guy, Ikenga. His response to Werewike's grandstanding. I've heard that Werewike is begging now. You know, they grandstand again, but they've deployed military everywhere. If you are watching me from Abuja, tell me what's going on in Abuja today. They feel the intimidation. They want you to feel the intimidation. They are moving the military trucks everywhere. Police in Kano. Everywhere. But Ikenga has this for Werewike.
I think there's nothing to hear here. Talk about here. You know, if a group of people, out of desperation, decides to have a kindred meeting, that should not bother anybody. And I've advised next week, stop this. The joke is becoming too much. There is a substituting order of a court, few days to this issue of Congress, that exercise can no longer hold. But he decided in his desperation, alongside with his supporters, to gather themselves in their hideout and conducted what I call a kindred meeting. So what the Wike group had yesterday in the name of Congress is nothing but a kindred meeting. In Igbo, we call it meeting umonna. It doesn't go anywhere. It ends there. They are talking to themselves. And it's a nullity. Let me tell you why it's a nullity, and it's very simple. As long as there was a substituting order and he proceeded to do it, the court in question will void whatever is the outcome of that exercise. As it is today, there is no working PDP in Rivers because we have a group of people who are in what we call PDP APC invading our party and trying to take control of the party. And let me also advise, because recently when we came here, we had the violence that happened. And I will advise the Commissioner of Police. There was one man that used to be here then, I think Joseph from Bo or somebody, who was also dancing naked with Wike. Today he's somewhere. He retired a shameful officer. So I will advise the CP. You say you heard about one order in Abuja, but you didn't hear the order from River State, which was advertised on national papers, ordered by the court. It was an order to the whole world. You are away. But you choose to be running as if to say you are running a political security outfit for yes on Wike because they are calling from Abuja. And I will advise the Inspector General of Police and the President to call the CP to order, if possible even remove him. Because that part he's taking can inflame the already inflamed situation in the country. Look at what is happening all over the country. And they claim to love the president, but they want to destabilize River State. And that will affect the president. The government is finding it hard in terms of addressing the economic challenges of our people. And here you have a group of people who claim to be working for the president, but because of their greed, that they want to plug a pipe to state resources, they are willing to burn down the state. And the whole thing baffles because what is even the crux of this matter? We were here when former speaker and the former lawmaker, what they call him, and his group, woke up one morning, even when there was no crisis, and joined the APC, thinking that by joining the APC, Tinubu will help them to illegally remove Obara from office. It backfired. They didn't think it was because there was one man in Abuja who was so desperate to capture Rivers State. This is a private estate. Now you run into APC. Now you're running back looking for a court that will give you a judgment that you're still a lawmaker. At the moment they decamp, which all of you are aware, there was no division in the People's Democratic Party. So as long as there's no division, the constitution is very clear. It's automatic. Your seat is vacant. You don't even need anybody to declare it vacant. It's on that ground that the new leadership emerged. So all this struggle is for him to regain the State House of Assembly legitimacy for the purpose of forcing the governor out of office so they can have access to the resources of the people. And those people are no longer lawmakers, like I told you. And the earlier, the better I think it's high time both the CP, he needs to get it into his head. They cannot come back. It doesn't matter if you give them tactical support on the street of Port Harcourt for them to be manning and destroying and killing people. They can no longer come back. And nobody can remove Fubara from office. It's only the people that elected them. And that Congress they claim to have done, which I told the people, is nothing but kindred meeting. But I know, my friend, yes, we will never get tired of doing these things. But I can tell you here, as a stakeholder in this party, that it's a nullity. It's me to no more. It goes to nothing. So it is of no use. It's all this comment that comes.
Inshallah, because after that, in fact, I should have actually held on before I shared that, okay? I'm going to come back to it. Something happened at Akoka today, which we are yet to even understand the full story. Some said that the students, they were having an altercation with their provosts, and they were protesting. And then the next thing, the police came, the police came to kind of disperse them. And they started shooting, I think, tear gas. That led to further escalation, okay? Which now led to vandalization and arrests. Right there at the heart of Lagos, Akoka. Let me show you something.
Sir, please, what did they do? Yusuf.
You are dead.
Hey, leave the place. Please, leave. Leave. This way.
Supposed student, whatever, because I mean, there's no report that anyone was killed. But imagine the level of rage in students, College of Education, I think. Students having such anger and rage in them that the moment they had the opportunity, they started vandalizing, looting, stealing everything they can steal on sight. I condemn that kind of act, by the way. You should condemn it too. So according to them, they said they've arrested 32 of them. What could really have triggered that? Other than you have millions of Nigerians that are walking about damaged. Young people that are facing what their parents are facing. The hardship. They are suffering it more. And a lot of them are just walking time bomb. Yes. They are formative age, if you say, where they are trying to figure it out. Why? Why are we subjected to this kind of life? Where they have been subjected to the life of Ozu. And as much as that, they just couldn't understand why they are still in poverty. They are angry. They are hungry. And the government, the criminals in government continues to ignore this flash and flashy. You see, pocket of troubles. When you have something like that at the national scale, I don't think there is an army of any country that can stop the People's Army. The People's Army, this time around, is going to be populated by hungry, angry Nigerians. And most of them are confused. They just want to let the anger out. If the criminals in government, with all the resources at their disposal, can't see this danger, no wahala. A year ago, they were asking they brought in, this is how much thiefnubu has desecrated the Yoruba culture tradition. Now we're going to call it Lagos tradition. They had to bring out supposedly respected, dreaded, we have these things about our tradition, okay? There are categories of participation, okay? There are some of them that they don't just come out. Because of election, thiefnubu brought out the Ogbonis, brought out the Oloros, brought out these people who were causing the Igbos specifically. And then those they considered as enemies of APC. A year ago, they were telling their gods to help please return Sanwo-Iku.
Nuisance, Lily.
Because you won't believe it, right? After that video you watched, in January this year, just 7 months after thiefnubu became their president, and Sanwo-Iku with Oúnjẹ Èkó, that cannot feed Èkó, became their second-term governor. So thiefnubu returned back to Lagos. And this, apart from the dirty road, right? This was how they welcomed him. I just thought I should remind us of that scene. It was symbolic. It was historic. And today, the Ebin Power Group, I don't know how much they gave them. They were able to pull this off again today when they have the chance to end the hunger and call these guys to order. How much do you think they gave them? Of the greatest, the greatest Nigerian student.
The great youth of Nigeria.
Great.
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 Greatest,
yo, greatest, yo. And you are talking about the greatest Nigeria youth. To stop protest, these guys, they have names of those they want arrested ASAP. Listen to it partly. I can take it off anytime.
Men of the press, we are all aware the federal government, state government, religious leaders, traditional rulers, and other well-meaning Nigerians have been appealing to organizers of these protests to shape their plan. These appeals are to a great extent understandable given the fact that the federal government is already addressing the issues that the organizers of the protests have stated as the reasons for planning to embark on nationwide protests. Beyond the issues already been addressed, there are genuine concerns that the protests will be hijacked by entities and persons with less than sincere intentions, people who are proxies for terrorist cells and agents for foreign interests that are out to destabilize Nigeria. It is consequently shocking for the acting PDP national chairman, Ambassador Damagun, to openly endorse the planned nationwide protest. He even went further to ignorantly criticize the government for persuading will-be protesters to hold off on the protest. While this is shocking, Ambassador Damagun's incitement of the protesters is no surprise, since one of the owners of the PDP and its permanent presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, had made a similar ill-advised call for the protest and only stopped short of calling for the overthrow of the government. We have noted that there is more to this endorsement of the protest by the PDP and its chieftains than they are admitting to Nigerians. The conscience of democracy in Nigeria wishes to remind Damagun and those for whom he runs errands that the log is in their eyes. They should first look at what they contributed to the cost of living and economic crisis facing Nigeria today. President Bola Tinubu's administration may be incumbent today, but the foundation for what we are collectively experiencing today was led by the PDP 16 years of misrule, which was fortunately truncated by committed patriots and Democrats. And because the PDP had anticipated that it will rule over Nigeria for over 60 years, unfortunately, Nigerians rejected them when they are at the verge of collapsing the country. Furthermore, with the appellation of ambassador, Damagun is aware that Nigeria is a federating entity with 36 states and the FCT, out of which the PDP controls 13 states. The implication is that the PDP is still responsible for 1/3 of the country. So if there is bad governance, Damagun and his allies should accept part ownership instead of pretending that they made no contribution to the current state of affairs, which the incumbent federal government is trying to remedy, by the way. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, allocation to state has almost tripled since the latest 2023. So far in the year, states have received 379 billion, 366 billion, 398 billion, and 403 billion as statutory allocation from FAC for January, February, March, and April, respectively, which is amounting to a total of 1.548 trillion disbursement to state governors alone in the first 4 months of the year. Similarly, the local government areas, which operate more like state appendices, thanks to President Bola Tinubu, who ensure that the local government regain their autonomy. The local government
nuisance lele.
I know, you see, it's just the same talking point and all of that. So, but he was able to mention the 16 years of PDP that contributed to what they are suffering now. Then he jumped the 8 years of Buhari. It is the same thing with the thiefnubu and their gang. Okay, they will tell you about the 16 years of PDP. And they will ignore that of 8 years of Buhari. In 16 years, PDP took Nigeria exchange rate from 120 Naira to $1 in 16 years. All right. In fact, right, from 1999, they took it from 111 Naira, rather 11 Naira, 111 Naira to $1. And in 16 years, PDP took it to 145 Naira official, 199 Naira black market in 16 years. In that 16 years, the inflation in Nigeria of the PDP was left at 4.5%. Unemployment ratio in Nigeria was at 7.5%. What else did they leave? Electricity generation under a PDP 16 years increased from a paltry generated 2,500 megawatts to 9,000 megawatt electricity. They were able to build new power plants PDP in 16 years, they were also able to refine the petroleum product that Nigerians were buying. They were not paying subsidy like a dead country as you have it now. In 16 years of PDP, the refineries in Nigeria were working at 65% capacity. Nigeria was paying subsidy on just about 35% importation. Then APC happened. Nigerian Naira got devalued in 8 years. Inflation jumped to 22%. Unemployment in Nigeria jumped to over 40%. The Nigerian Naira lost more than 500% of its value. Nigerian Naira to dollar in the 8 years of APC, Egbekegbe jumped from 145 Naira to $1 to 1,600 Naira. At a point, it got to 1,900 Naira to $1 in 8 years. Electricity generation by Nigeria dropped drastically. Yes, in 8 years. Now, Nigeria is partially generating about 5,000 megawatts and distributing about 2,500 megawatts. Back to 1999. That's what APC did to you. Right now, you have band A, band B, band C to band Z on when you can have electricity or you will never have it at all. In 16 years of the PDP, they were able to grow Nigeria economy from in the backwater, ruined and destroyed, looted economy of Abacha, Abdusalami Abubakar, the military boys, when Nigeria was barely $100 billion worth as an economy. When APC took over, Nigeria economy was a $567 billion worth of economy. And it was really pretty much obvious at the time. So what else should I remember, Sha? So Nigeria now imports its own crude oil. Imports its own refinery because God damn it, refined products rather. So Nigeria that used to refine 65% of its own crude in 2015, paying the subsidy of around 800 billion naira a year. 8 years of APC, now 9 years of APC, Nigeria now refined 0 crude oil. Now, Nigeria that was importing 35% of its refined crude, Nigeria now imports 100% its own refined products. So this is what they have done. But guess what? They will continue to bamboozle you with all the lies, and they will be pointing at this, your PDP APC. There are those who believe them all, but numbers don't lie. If you can just take a look at the number, okay, it will help you. Inflation in Nigeria right now, according to this guy, is now over 34%. Food inflation in Nigeria right now is over 44%. That's a lot. A bag of rice is still hovering around 90,000, 80,000, and their minimum wage is 70,000. You can fool yourselves. You can fool some people sometimes. You can even fool all the people sometimes. But there is something you can't do. You cannot fool all the people all the times. So yeah, you can lie to yourself as you like. You can repeat their propaganda as you want. But now only you go know where they chew, they pinch you. We have now 72 hours before the D-Day. It is already happening. Will they succeed in discouraging you from standing up? Will they scare you away? Or will they buy you away? Buy you out of it? Time shall tell. Let's go to Worry before we round up. Where Odafe has some crime busting to tell us. This time it's in Delta State. Let's go there.
We are here at Delta State Police Command, and this time we'll be parading 4 suspects. These 4 suspects, 2 of them, like they have said to me a while ago, that they entered the business of internet fraud. And according to him, that he wanted to join anti-court in the name of protecting himself. But I don't see any part of Nigerian laws that say you will go and empower yourself with weapons, prohibited firearms for that matter, because you want to protect yourself.
Now what they do is that he contacted one of the brother who is supposed to be an anti-cult member and convinced him that they needed a weapon. The brother now contacted another gun runner who usually purchases rifle across the Niger. They bought these 2 pump-action guns at the cost of 1.540,000. On their way back, after receiving these weapons, on their way back to Ugele, our policemen on stop and search duty flagged down their vehicle, and upon searching them, lo and behold, this is what we recover from them. One may say, oh, they are just scared. Scared of what? Now, they claim that they are into internet fraud. What happens when internet fraud stop paying them? What danger would this weapon pose to innocent residents who are in their houses? I want them, we will be interviewing them now, so that we will also hear from them, so that they can tell us how deep they have gone into this. What is your name?
My name is Roland.
Roland, you are from where?
I'm from Delta State.
Where in Delta?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia? Yes. Okay, I see. Just like you have said before, I just want to make our audience listen very well. What do you do for a living?
I do fraudster.
What is the fraudster? How do they do fraudster?
Internet fraudster.
Internet fraudster. What do they use to do?
Now my phone they use.
Which kind of phone they use?
They use iPhone.
iPhone what?
iPhone 14.
iPhone 14?
Yes.
Okay. Your friend too, now what do they do with that, Abi?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been to this business of internet fraud?
2001. 2021.
2021?
Yes.
Okay. Now that is a matter for another day. Now what we are discussing now is these weapons. How did you come about these weapons?
I came across armed robber in the night when I was coming from my village. I was going.
That is not the question I asked you. How you take buy this weapon?
Okay, I told my senior brother about it.
Who is your senior brother?
Umukoro. Yes.
What does he do for a living?
He's an anti-cultist.
Okay, so you tell him say.
I tell her say I want join anti-cultist.
Okay.
So he come tell me say if I want join anti-cultist, I go buy gun. Then he too come tell me say he not get. I come tell her say okay. Because say na he wan carry me along. I come tell her say okay, if I wan buy, you go carry me go, then I go buy one for her.
So now how much you send? Who you send the money to?
I send the money give Louis.
The one wey wear white?
Yes.
How much you send to her?
I send 1.540 give her.
Okay, where una for receive the gun?
Na for Ikwale.
For Kwale, now they bring the gun come give una?
Now we drive go Ikwale.
Go collect the gun?
Yes.
So now they go back, then police they see una for road? Okay, so when police stop una, say they won't search you, how did you feel when they won't search you now? I
felt my brother is going to defend us because
anti-cult.
Yes.
Okay. Now that you have been caught, your eye don't clear now. Say this thing you have done is illegal.
Yes, and I also learned not
even
to
the anti-cult. Even the anti-cult, you don't join the anti-cult.
No, you tell me say after we just.
And when you buy gun, they go give
you. They go will do every.
Now you go. So who give you the shirt when you wear so?
Na my uncle na give me the shirt.
Why he give you the shirt?
I don't really know the reason.
So that I go be like say you don't be member of anti-cult. Okay, you see the reason why we keep saying for vigilantes to operate or for any anti-cult formation to operate, they must always work in synergy with the DPO. The DPO is supposed to be in charge of whatever arms they are bearing, and the DPO is supposed to be the one that will release guns to them so that we will have some level of control. Now look at these two young guys that are not even up to 30 years carrying pop action. What do we do? What would they do if this their illegally way of making money cease? What would they do with this weapon? It becomes a danger to the society. Hence the need for intensive stop and search. When you see our policemen carrying out their legitimate duty on stop and search, please allow them to search. These are brand new.
Ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣe ń bọ̀ wá ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kọ́ṣe ń bọ̀ wá tólórò máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré ayé máa sáré ẹyẹ tí ò dúró rere máa sáré àlórà máa sáré hs tí kò mọ kankan máa sáré everybody máa sáré gbogbo wa pátá máa sáré ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà. Ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà everybody máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré àwọn tó ń ṣòro gan máa sáré olúmọlẹ̀ máa sáré àpènà máa sáré olúwo ìlú gan máa sáré everybody pátápátá máa sáré gbogbo wa máa sáré àwọn ọmọ fantasy base máa sáré àwọn ọmọ tomorrow base máa sáré akíndóyin base máa sáré ayépéjọsọ base máa sáré everybody pátá máa sáré.
Everybody pátá máa sáré. Now all of us go wrong. Do you know why I had to share that video? It's not because of the, the theatrical show that Odafe enjoys and his ridiculous line of questioning, right? Always look beyond sometimes, right? Those guys said they paid 1.540 million naira. That is a 1,540,000 naira to get a pump action gun. And it seems, the way they narrated it, it seems like it's easier to get. So 1,540,000 is equivalent of $1,000. That's a lot of money, right? But there are those who can pull that together and they can get guns. As they found that one with 2 pump action guns, there are 1,000 like him who actually managed to get their own pump action guns or all kind of guns straight to where they were taking them to. And right now, they are tucked somewhere. Una better begin, if you get thiefnubu's direct number, una better begin to call him. To stop listening to all of these ass slickers that are doubling down and hoping that they could buy people or threaten people or scare people, right? Scare people away from actually coming out to express themselves. Because if things should turn red, and it won't be the fault of those who want a better, better life or better country, right? It is going to be solely on those of those people around thiefnubu who are running a panicky system as we speak. They have no idea of what to do. They are in their own echo chamber. They are talking to themselves. They are listening to themselves, and they are sounding intelligent to themselves. And when they come outside, they are wondering why everybody is not listening to them. They're not paying attention. When everybody begins to say, May 80, you know 80. 80, I've been at 80. 80, na barbecue, they rule 80 now. So, me talk about barbecue. It's no be meat, yo. No be that barbecue. If they call person barbecue, now gang leader. The president of Haiti had to run away. All the politicians who could run away have run away. Those who couldn't, well, Asarailu, Popopo. You get what I mean? Barbecue, Lorukwel. Some of you don't know how many barbecue. Where they do gentle boy, nice boy around you right now. The future barbecue that will begin to cut out their own local government area. And they will tell Nigerian army, don't come here. thiefnubu brought army out. The only places they can possibly be able to save and keep, the only area that will remain, or maybe the area they will have authority over, is probably going to be Abuja. There are those who are already walking around shutting down the oil flow. That is going to eat Nigeria differently. You see those who are telling thiefnubu that whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. Those of you, they are paying on social media to continue to spread this yourself, all this your intimidation, all this, I'm not wishing it on you, show you answer. But I will have to wish you what you wish yourselves. I think that's the best prayer, isn't it? thiefnubu said they should go and give Dangote crude oil. Another scam, another lie. But Dangote no go talk now, or maybe he will talk. We have told you, say Nigeria no get crude oil again. Nigeria is only collecting royalty from those who are now using their resources to extract the crude oil. How many times Lama Sonye Fuyi? They are called IOCs. There is no order of any president anywhere that's going to say, we want you to give the oil to this person. They are lying to you. Dangote knows. Or if the elite fight themselves and they finally figure out how to make themselves feel better, and then the public get deceived, if it makes all of them feel good, great, I will be here. Nigeria no get crude oil. NNPC no get crude oil. In fact, the future prospect of Nigerian crude oil, the only deal in crude oil that they have right now is anybody who is ready to collect a crude oil and give them money. Yes. Right now, they don't even have crude oil. For some of the people giving them the money now, see Afrexim Bank. Afrexim Bank gave them, promised them 3.3 billion naira dollars loan. They've given them about 2.2 billion. Now they have about 1.1 billion left if they haven't collected it so far, right? Now that deal, it is a $12 billion worth of crude oil in Niger Delta. They use as collateral. So what the deal says is that if Nigeria failed to pay back 7 billion, because Nigeria borrowed 3.3 billion to pay back 7 billion, okay? So if Nigeria failed to pay back 7 billion by 2028, these Afrexim guys, they will come to Nigeria and they'll begin to drill, they will begin to take, they would have to take 175 million barrel of crude oil. But do you know something? As thiefnubu is scamming, or, as he's kind of deceiving you. If like say they don't package another deceit to those they are collecting money from. Because anybody they promise any crude oil in Nigeria and give them money, that person will need to come up to bring his own drilling machine, If they are promising them that, I don't know the deal, I'm just saying. Because if Dangote, we come from Nigeria, cannot get a crude oil from the international oil companies whose contract with Nigerian government has been breached, Nigeria is not putting together the resources, as in counterpart resources, that will give Nigeria access to the amount of crude oil that is extracted daily, so that they will make more money than just royalty. Right now, royalty Nigeria they collect. They aren't going to no go get any crude oil, but they don't make announcement. Breaking news. thiefnubu has directed NNPC to begin to sell crude oil to Dangote. Ah, yes. That is a listening president. Which crude oil? That's the question you should ask yourselves. Which crude oil is he going to sell to Dangote in Naira? Which of them? Anyone they are going to start drilling? I'm just asking. Sorry. No offense. So if they can give Dangote, Dangote, you go collect. I think, in fact, right, I wanted to say, if they can settle Dangote, they should be able to settle you too. Baba na promissory note too. Aliko, come here. You say, Aliko, come here. If Aliko crude oil in Naira signed, Koolu, Aliko, come here. Take it to NNPC. Say from President thiefnubu, I said they should sell you crude oil. They should sell you crude oil in Naira. All the crude oil you need. Take. Now when Dangote reach the place, he go say, yeah. I say, Oga Dangote. This thing, hard to. No sure say we go for honorable. But she be just talk say you don't buy your crude oil from Brazil and Texas. Maybe you should buy more. Okay. We know if we give you anything here. So that's why I didn't want to spend much of my time telling you about that fake news. They are rolling out a lot of fake news. Promises. Just to stop you from protesting. That's up to you. Right? The Nigerians in New York have picked the dates. August 1st. They are assembling in front of the Nigerian High Commission, Nigerian House in New York. And to demand, they are demanding for an end to bad governance in Nigeria. So I think it's already kicking off. DS is going to kick off in less than 72 hours away. But in Kano and Niger, it's already off. So thank you so much, everyone. I am going to take a short break. Then we can take calls. I think we still have like about 50 minutes. Let's use that, okay? to take reactions. Reaction means you can call in. The number to call is right there on your screen. But if you have to leave, it's okay. Just make sure that you like the broadcast. We are over 2,000 of us on this on YouTube, right? And more than 200 of us as well on Facebook. Okay, so do me that favor, that honor, if you really kind of enjoy this. Like the broadcast, and if you have something to say to add to what I have said, something I missed, or where you disagree, the number on your screen is yours. Use it. Okay, and thanks so much. I am going to be back. Let me go stretch my leg and all of that. Thank you. Speak in tongue. Because right now, even cassava, gari, ewa, agbado, all these, they have become luxury. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, the Templars. I have a caller, and that will be my first caller this evening. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Mike. This is Older.
Older from Leeds, Baba. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Great.
I hope you're good too.
Well, I'm very well.
It is easy. Well, I've seen you anyway. I've been watching you. This is my second time watching you today. So
I know. So
I know you're
earlier anyway. So yeah, you've got a lot to probably react to. So you've only got just a few minutes, all right? Let's go.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a bit sarcastic anyway, and I take you know, something that if you've cried enough, you know, about something, the next thing is just being sarcastic. You just laugh about it. It doesn't really mean that that Nigeria should, you know, should go to hell. But it's just the way of me releasing my, releasing the tension. But I think Nigerian government are doing what they are good at. In buying people, try to, you know, give them money, let them say, tell them to, you know, to say things that they want. They themselves think that it's going to, you know,
it's just going to probably solve the problem once you pay some people.
So as soon that's what they are good at, and there's nothing good that can come out of the government. Like again, the government that spends money to buy their way to that position is a transactional thing for them. So they want to make as much as as possible before it's too late, so that they can get back the money they spent during the election.
Before everything scatters.
Yeah, so that's why when somebody doesn't, I mean, the president doesn't have the love of, the people at heart, he declares subsidy is gone just like that without any questioning. He doesn't care. All of them doesn't care. As when the Kasala boss like
They
this,
just want to pretend to be seen to care.
Yes,
When people are complaining too much.
Yeah, they've stolen enough dollars that at least it will sustain them when they run out of the country. That's just what I want everybody to know. So
Thank you
they
so
won't.
much.
They will never lack anything. They won't lack anything. Yeah.
It's a matter of time. The days are ticking. Thanks a lot. I have another call. I don't know if I got you. Did I get you? Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, the Prince JJ Man. I think this is the second time we're talking today, is it?
Yes, sir. We're there with you.
Boy. Like I say, nobody want to miss a sec of what's really going down there. Especially where you have all of them collected into a full package that you can sit back and just be like, so all this happened. Say, yes, they happened.
Yes,
anyway, Prince JJ Man.
Yes, so with the full and bomber to bomber.
Thank you.
I beg my people, make na like and share.
Thanks, man.
That's our own effort. You see what Mayegu they do. Mayegu is doing a great job. So our own little effort is to share and like. Please.
Thank you
Let
so
us
much.
do that. It's very simple. Nobody they charge us money for this. Mayegu General, well done.
Prince.
Again.
Thanks, man.
I was when you were showing these guys from the north, these Mallam Jabeer children. When I was looking at this little kid, I was crying. I said, look at all these children. Their politicians have never sat one day and said, how are we going to change this? Is it a culture or tradition? I don't just understand. But I'm just looking at them and say, if Nigeria happens to break up tomorrow, how are they going to manage this this tsunami that is befalling them? Because these children, they are very, very easy to go into all kinds of crime. Most of them are being recruited into Boko Haram, ISWAP, and co. But if you look at the elite, they are the one that will be easy to come out and be talking about insecurity in the southeast, insecurity in the southeast. But before then, they are breeding insecurities, terrorists everywhere. And this thing now, the danger of it is that at the end of the day, it will saturate. What they do is they use trailer to send them to other Lagos, send them to the east, send them to all part of Nigeria.
Deep south.
So there are liability on everybody. That is the problem. It's very, very complex. Then secondly, anyway, let them continue. Everything has time.
It is all gathering. It's called the cloud gathering. We want to see it's like the force of evil versus the force of good, right?
Exactly.
So no matter how scary or how dreadful the force of evil seems, the force of good, once they get their own bearings together, they always win. Now we are at that stage. And wait for the
secondly, Baba.
Please.
Tinubu, Omasare, Wike, Omasare, Akpabio, Omasare. Waiting be their name. Is he governor of is it Akwa Ibom? The way he circled himself like somebody in prison with people security.
That's their former one. What's that? Ayade.
Ayade. The way he circled himself, is he not in a prison? If you look at this kind of security around him, is that life? I don't know if these people they do think. All of them, they're gonna run because Tinubu, what is not thinking about is this. Now is the time of accountability. The youth that he has stolen their life and their destiny.
Yeah, they are
The
too
billion.
big for Nigerians. So how dare you ask us? How dare you ask us questions? Or dare us?
Have to. It's a judgment day. Judgment day has come.
It is almost.
Now what I want to say to him, to the Nigerian youth, let the Turumbu breathe. Let the Turumbu breathe. You know, he was mocking Nigerian youth. It's now his own turn. Yes. They are now looking for pastor and imam to come and rescue them.
To come and act scripts and all of this for 6 billion budget.
They must give account.
Thank you so much, Prince Jajaman. Let's take another one. To everyone, please take a minute, if you haven't really done that already. Take a minute there to check if your like is still showing up on this on this video. Check it out. Here is another caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Mayegun.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Well, very well. Thanks for asking.
Thank you so much, Mayegun, for all you do. I've been following you for years, you know, for the almost 10 years now since you started this. It just have not been active. Like I said, thank you so much for what you do. I do listen behind, behind the scenes and all that.
Thanks a lot.
I'm just going to say two things because I'm not a pessimist.
Okay.
You understand, Mayegun? You always give us insight as to what is happening in Nigeria. You've opened so many people's eyes. Between me and you know what is going to happen on that day. Well, these people are harmless. They are not going to do anything. Honestly, I'm not pessimist. They are scared. They would do everything to scuttle that, to make sure this is even more worse than NSAS. And do you know why I'm saying this?
Tell us.
Nigeria is a population of over 200 million people.
That's right.
How much is how many are the army force or whatever they call themselves?
Well,
if
all of them are less than
people come out,
I know.
Exactly. If they come out in numbers, Nigerians are not ready, Mayegun. Don't let me lie to you. We are just wasting our time. When I gave up completely on Nigeria was when we had the last election. People could see it. Even the international community, they saw it. They couldn't say anything. They reported it. What happened? Nothing. NSAS happened. What happened? Nothing. People are not yet ready. You see those people that are saying, "No, they are faceless. We don't." When is 5,000 naira to a pound? Hey, it is there.
Already, Baba.
Is it not the National Association of Nigerian Students?
But because they pay them, they are not the majority.
So it will get to a time. So the election.
The way they are even running it right now, would there be election gone seeing it? People want to have an election on the 1st of August.
One thing I know about protests, Mayegun, and that is why we cannot have a successful one. When people, children, mothers, everybody come out in sea of numbers, sea of people.
You get.
But the moment we are divided,
so there are so many people, right, that are likely going to change their minds in the coming days. Do you get that now? Because we're all looking forward to that part where, Baba, I'll share you the first video. For example, if I share the first video and I say Adamawa, and where you are there, you're just like, okay. Okay, Adamawa.
Well, like I was
okay. And I share another one. I say, see Kano. And you're like, Kano. Okay.
I pray for that.
Exactly.
I pray for that. That is my prayer.
So
but my concern is, surely, because surely if we fail this one, Mayegun, if this one fails, once the cage you are finally near.
I know we are done for.
So it will be the last. Àdúrà tí mò ń gbà nìyẹn. Kémi àwọn ogun kí n máa pé gbogbo wọn ti gbàgìrì lé, wọn ti kánlẹ̀.
You know.
That is what I want. But Oripa Action, táwọn boys yẹn gbé lẹ́ǹkan yẹn.
Yes, sir.
Nǹkan tí Nigeria need nìyẹn. You see, because they will use all these military people. Don't pay fire for fire. And what people in call, you see, because the point is, these people are going to be harmless.
Yeah,
and you know exactly what is going to happen.
I know.
But you talk about and the sea of people, unfortunately, want to cage you. They've caged us. So I just pray. The story will change, but me, I'm not pessimistic, and I'm not discouraging people.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
It's 100% legit. Yeah, you are 100% legit to feel that way.
Is fire for fire.
We shall get
Nigeria
there.
Oppressors in the violent take it by force. In the Bible goes so bad. But Nigerians are not ready. Don't are ready. You will see people going to work that day. You will see people. You are blocking me. You are disturbing. Don't bang. Story paper pull 1,000 naira. Àbí 10,000 naira to a pound tó ti wá dójú ẹ̀ tó ti red.
Gan.
Kì í ṣèyàn ló máa sọ. Wọ́n ní pé protest wọ́n ní sọ pé wo ó kò máa dàbí fíìmù ni ó máa dàbí àlá bẹ́ẹ̀ pé nǹkan. Ó máa yàbọ̀ ni.
Ṣé òun ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí báyìí?
Tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣáṣẹ́ mò ń lálàá ní ṣáàbí kìíní bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. But let me just give time to other people. But thank you so much for all you do. But I pray that I'm not a pessimist, but I pray that should happen that day. Kí gbogbo wọn gbàgì relay. Tọmọtọmọ ilé tó bá lè ṣe because ibi tó ń bá Nàìjíríà dé àtọmọdọmọ ẹ jẹ́ ká kúrò lórí ẹ̀.
I understand, Baba.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. Now that's one thing about this platform. I understand a lot of people who are like, "Oh, don't discourage people and all of that." I do not have control over what people say. But do you know one thing about this platform, right? You also have the same right to come and vent how you feel. Even though once in a while we can be like, "Oh, come on, that's extreme." I don't want listeners to believe that that's actually an option for us to come on, you know. But you have a chance of coming here to vent. That's what I do. That's what you came here to listen to all the time. What is he going to be venting about tonight? Am I going to get angry tonight? Is my ego stuff going to get me more sober or thinking, or all of the above? Do you understand? So you can pick up your phone and say, "I'm so angry." If you are, let's know. If you have a different perspective to a conversation, say it. I love it when you balance it enough to say, "I am just kind of reacting this way, even though I would want it to be this way." Then other people listening, please don't pick up your phone and be like, "I want to respond to that last caller. That last caller is such a very..." Come on, calm down. Calm down. We've got thousands of people watching, including children, in case if you need to know, right? Disagree with them respectfully. I disagree with that. Now you will now tell us your disagreement. That is how adults converse. So I have a caller though. Here. Hello.
Bye, Gumbaba.
Yes,
I greet you.
sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Honestly, we can't thank you enough.
Thanks a lot.
And I always ask myself, how do you do it? You're very passionate about what you do. Because it's not everybody just do what you do. I credit you and I give you that big credit. Thank you for what you do.
Please.
Two things I actually want to say about sometimes when I look at that country called Nigeria, I ask myself, what kind of species are they? Like, really, seriously, you are suffering, and somebody can now pay you and say, "Oh, no," to protest. What does it work?
Really, you stood there or you sat there and you agree with everything they are saying for a price.
seriously, look at me, look at you. Like, if someone, I don't know, maybe because we are in the light and they are still in the darkness because NEPA don't give them light.
Everybody knows what they are doing. That's one thing I also want to tell us too, right? Sometimes we say it could be part of it too, right? Like access to information and other stuff, which is deliberately, they intentionally block a lot of them out of it. But when you look at some of those who are positioning themselves to cash out, okay, in order to be anti-this or in support of government for this or that, right? They do so because they know they will get paid, which means they are aware that there are some people who don't feel comfortable with this anymore, but yet they know what they are doing. But I kind of feel like that, you know, but yeah, go on.
But you said paid.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you an example. Look at the video, one of the video you showed this afternoon, where the deputy governor went to church and say, "Oh, our papa said this," and people are still crying like, seriously?
I know.
You guys, can you know? I mean, anyway, the biggest problem is not even the hunger of the stomach. It's the hunger of the brain. When the brain is, poverty of the brain. I don't know. Can people not think? I mean, no matter how much food you eat today, your stomach will still ask for another one tomorrow.
That's right.
What I feel like, okay, let's stop all these so that tomorrow we'll have abundance to it. We'll have plenty. You're giving me 2 Congo of rice today. For how long? When I shoot it out, that's it.
So who do I go to again if I need another one?
And okay, let's say there's no food in the land, everybody is equal. Okay, we have to rationalize it. But some people are eating and just like, come on. I'm not saying all our fingers is going to be equal. I mean, all fingers are not going to be equal. But you are telling people sacrifice or endure. And you are living No. I mean, this is the time that we're supposed to be like, you know what? Forget it.
We've had enough.
Let us all be, I know some people will be rich. That's live anyway. But you are telling me that I should be sacrificing and you are living bigger without even working anything. Come on, it's not going to work.
No, that's unfair.
And another thing is, the reason why I say this country is I don't know, sometimes I used to think, is it cursed? Because it looks to me like these people, they're supposed to even do better. They come to, abroad, they see everything, and you are going there on third road. Look at the video you show about thiefnubu going and look at the street now.
In the heart of Lagos. So in the heart of Lagos Island.
Look at this now. Compared to if you travel from any European country, would you find that kind of road?
It's impossible.
Even in their country?
It is impossible.
I say you are praying. Come on, Olorun. That kind of
Nigerian elite. Olorun, they want now, Baba. They just love all this, all this flashy to show that they have money. When you go back to where they come from, you will know how dirty and the pure stinking elite you have in Nigeria. It's a pure shit.
You go to international conference and you want to sit with other people.
Yeah.
And they can now, if they will even want to disgrace any of them, like, they come on, excuse me, is that your country?
Like, are you from that place?
Just from this place. Oh, sorry, you're not meant to be sitting here. You can go back to the, they can tell them to just shit all.
I know.
I mean, when
it's a shame.
If another can even call you president, say a country of shit all, is that not a shame on his own? And anyway, let me move away from that one. You see this oil thing that they are all even thinking. You said something tonight, like, just make me think like, wait a minute, this oil that they are even all fighting for, it's been signed for long time ago. Do they think they are the owner of the oil? No.
They are thinking so. They are making Nigerians believe that they are the owners.
The people who own Nigeria, that bought Nigeria a long time ago, that company, do you think they've given up? They are still... So, like you rightly said, the IOC or whatever they are the ones that are taking the oil.
It is a deal. It's not as if they say they jump in and started taking the oil. Nigeria signed. Listen, how much is it going to cost us to extract this crude oil? 1.2 million barrels.
Why the refinery is not... Okay, Dangote built the refinery less than how many years? Less than 5 years. What makes the federal government to build? So those are the things that I think I wrote something that 2% are blind, 98% they can't see. That is the population of that country. They can't see. You see, all this information you are dishing out it only takes people who have a deep thinking to look beyond their nose to see.
It takes a lot to. That's why I'm so grateful. See, Baba, I am so grateful to everyone who has managed, in the midst of all this misinformation, tribal war, this or that, in the face of all our prejudices and our biases, right? They are still able to kind of process what I do here, and they get to see reasons, right? That is such a big job, that I'm so grateful that I have people that will call on this program and actually they're like the vessels that carries this message out there. And I feel proud of myself and us.
But honestly, you are doing so well, Baba. Finally, before you go, my own problem now is, what are the religious people doing? Is it?
They are already in on it. They're already telling their members not to.
But thank you so much. Let those who have ears listen. Thank you, Baba.
God bless you. Thank you very much for all of that. And I just missed somebody, but I think I got another caller here. Thank you so much to every one of you in the comment section who are pushing the likes, who are like encouraging everybody to do same. Thank you. So I can use there's the time I have to spend in reminding us. So let's take another call. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Hello,
my good general.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Well, thank God, my brother. The D-Day is getting closer.
Abi, we are doing the countdown. And the paranoia is becoming too obvious.
The chicken is coming home to roast.
That's it. Tell them.
Yes. Yes. I told you some time ago, I said, the thing that will happen is not until Nigerians will pack themselves to the front of the Senate House and then the front of that Aso Rock. And this will start, seeing people in numbers. That's when they will feel threatened, and that's when they will start listening.
When they feel threatened, things will get done. But when that's what they say as well, Baba. They said that if the government or people in government, if they fear the people, right, there will likely be justice. Or if the people fear their governments, there will be dictatorship. That's what you have in that place. But go on, Baba.
Exactly. It's Victor from Germany.
God bless
I'm
you.
sure you may have, recollected my voice by now.
But yeah, God bless you, Vicky. Thank you so much. Please.
Thank you, bro. So I just want to appreciate what you've been doing for us, Mayego. Mayego, you don't know what you're doing for Nigeria. You are at the forefront of the liberation.
They want me hanged.
Trying to set our people free.
And Agbado might want me hanged if that will reduce.
By God's grace, they wouldn't. Their hand no will ever fit with you.
They don't have control over that. I know.
Wow. If they try it, they will be in trouble.
We won't give them the chance or the pleasure to even try. Trust me.
There are no people behind you, my brother. Don't get worried.
Bless you.
The Lord is behind you.
Thank you.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say in essence is that Tinubu, instead of addressing the real facts in issue, the real problem, is window dressing it. Is going to call the traditional rulers and the military and the police that cannot help him. The only thing he could have done that would have saved this situation is to bring down the price of that fuel. That's what subsidy that was
electricity you are going to do and plan on how to do the subsidy one, right? Give them something. Let them feel it.
Start putting policies in place that will help to ameliorate the suffering of the people. Let them see that you are doing something about their suffering, that you care about them. It's not about, giving a handout. It's not about giving them a bag of rice today and then tomorrow they'll be hungry again. Look at the source of the problem, and address it from there. Because it is the cost of transportation that caused this terrible problem that we are facing in Nigeria today.
Exactly.
That's why the price of the commodities went through the roof. That's why the whole thing got skyrocketed. They knew, but they are not addressing it.
do, Baba.
They're not serious. So I think now they will wait. They will wait for the for the post action.
Yeah.
Let them face it and deal with it.
Because part of the plan is to see that maybe they will wear them out. Hunger will stop them, this or that. Or more,
They can't.
If we have to
because
raise $1 million, if we have to raise $10 million or more, the longer or the harder, or let me say the more the longer this takes, right? The harder the Nigerian government comes, or the stronger you stay together. Well, we will raise money. You will get everything you need.
I want to use
do that without them.
This medium. I want to use your medium to appeal to, those of us who listen to your program every day that are in abroad, who can afford to support anybody. It doesn't have to be member of your family. You can start with the member of your family.
Yes.
Let these people know that we are behind them. We're ready to support them.
You get that?
As long as they are going to do.
This is some money that could be spent. But you know what, Victor? You know what some people are telling me is that a lot of people are really willing. Some of them, because of their position on issues in the past, that they do not want to have anything to do with Nigeria, right? That has made a lot of them to sort of kind of push back, or in their mind, they are waiting to see if this is actually even be like,
it will
big.
It will.
So day
like
1, day 2, day 3 are the days that are so crucial. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the turnout, if the whole thing and all of the intimidation and all of that affects the turnout, then it's going to kind of push a little people back a bit to still hold on to show their support. But from what I have gotten so far, Baba,
a hungry man is an angry man, my brother. A lot of people who didn't have opportunity,
Victor.
A lot of people who didn't have the opportunity before now to air their grievances will now see this as an opportunity to come out and say, well, if they perish, they perish.
You get?
The hunger has been dealing with them, in private, but now they can express themselves.
Yeah, in a never seen before way. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Baba?
Exactly. So I'm very optimistic, my brother. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Thanks so much, Victor.
Thank you, bro. Let me allow other people to.
Okay. Nice.
I will do. My regards to your family.
They will hear me. I mean, they will hear you, and same to yours, Baba. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Nice one. So that's a Victor, all the way from Germany. So we should be having another caller. Okay. And this time around, I have one or two things to say before I bring on the caller. I am a member of Yoruba Union, okay, a socio-cultural, group that is at the forefront of trying to not only just to bring the Yorubas together as one agreeable force. It is to give them the reason why we have to come together and face the common enemy that is holding us, the common enemies that are holding us down for Nigeria. You see, a lot of our people, they do not have they do not have these committed reasons why they should fight for Yoruba nation. So we want to give them that reason enough. Because without the people saying they want to leave, there is nobody that can save them from the shackles of slavery that Nigeria continue to want to force on us. So before you can say, I am fighting for my people, then you have to make them sort of know that you are fighting for them as long as they are ready to fight alongside you. So we are this champion of this. We have our way, and we're already building on that. So I implore you to give your support if you have given. Thank you to those who are still looking at how can I support you, Mayegu. It is not really giving me anything this time. It is given to some causes I believe in. I believe in the Yoruba Union, and those in that same circle, we do believe in one ideology that it is doable. Yorubas can leave Nigeria without shooting a single gun, and not because we won't get ready to have to probably shoot a gun if it's necessary, right? But there are ways. If the people says they want to, no powerful politician, no powerful group, no royal father, nobody can actually hold them back. So we want to be the charter of that, and we need you as a Yoruba person tired of Nigeria join Yoruba Union, and be part of that. That part of the cavalry. It's coming. It is coming, and I've told people, you and I would have to go beyond wishing or hoping, and we have to go into volunteering and be part of it for real. It's time to bring it home, and you can be part of it. Yes, you can. Hello there.
My good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm okay. This is Ferdinand calling from Newcastle.
That's my brother, Ferdinand from Newcastle. It's been a while.
Yeah. I've been following up. I just got a little bit busy with work, but I've been following up. I've never missed any episode. Just that I can't really make calls when I'm working.
Which is good. Please don't, okay? But now you are here, Baba. Please.
Yeah. So I'll just take it very briefly. The last time I was watching the program, a certain young man called from Nigeria. I don't know his name. I've forgotten his name. I wrote it down somewhere on a piece of paper, but I can't find that paper now. He said he wanted to come to the UK, but he wanted to travel for his education. He had 10 million naira in his account, but it can't really go anywhere.
No anymore.
Right now, that he needs to, You see, that is what Nigeria has done to people. When you devalue your currency without thinking of the consequences.
That's one very
good point. I wanted to even tell him that even people who managed to cross over to the UK, most people went back home because they couldn't really meet up with the payment and all that, because it became so frustrating.
Because of this hyperinflation at Tomo, it affected them despite the fact that they are here.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah. And I know quite a lot of students who went back to Nigeria, after spending all the money they had to come. You see, when I came to this country, I made pounds at 400 naira for 1 pound. And that was during Buhari's tenure. And even then, we were complaining that it's so high. And I did my undergraduate in the UK with to master's level, and the total school fees was around 55,000 pounds. That guess how much it was as at then. It was around 22 million naira.
For 55,000
pounds, yeah.
Now it's over 100 million for your 55,000 now. You need 100 million.
It's sitting at 112 million naira.
112 million for 55,000 now.
Yes. Hey. But when I did my 4 years and including my masters, I paid that was what it cost me, 55,000 pounds. My dad paid that, and around then it was around 22 million. Yeah, because I made pounds here at 400 naira for 1 pound, and then we were even complaining that
it was high then. Yes, it was high.
Yeah, it was high because
a pound was just 190 naira or thereabouts.
Okay.
When I came to 12 years or nearly 13 years ago. But go on.
Yeah, because imagine, because I was paying through a trade system. So that's school fees now. That 22 million naira now is at exactly 112 million naira now. If you use the recent exchange rates now, that is what Nigeria has done to us. That is what Nigeria has really done to a lot of people.
Send you straight down here on a 22 million naira budget education.
Yes,
now,
from undergraduate to masters.
Now, if he wants to send your brother or your sister, it will need 112 million.
112 million. That is what Nigeria has really done. So when people back home say that the people should not protest, like, I look at them like these guys are fools. They don't really know what is happening.
They don't.
They have that trashy piece of paper they call 1,000, and even when when the government is sharing them 10,000, they think they have 10,000. Me looking at it, it might look like 10,000, but in actual fact, what they have in their hand as of now is like 3,000 naira.
That's
which
the
even the 1,000 naira they have, even the 1,000 naira they have right now is like 300 naira. They don't know that the trashy note they call naira is gone. Like, they don't really have any legal tender in Nigeria.
So
again.
they don't even understand why. And that's why we keep reminding them. The policy. They say, Nigeria just got bad in the last 1 year.
Yeah,
it got worse in the last 1 year. They destroy you.
They don't understand. They don't understand what floating of Naira mean. These people keep duplicating offices, like you just said. Okay, I was watching the news the other time. This the deputy speaker was happy about the signing of the Southeast Development Commission. What the hell is that?
What is wrong with it?
Okay, Southeast Development Commission, I presume is because of the southeastern states. And then we already have NDDC. Abia and Imo, they are in NDDC, you know that. Abia and Imo is included in NDDC. And definitely Abia and Imo will also be in Southeast Development Commission. Is it not?
Yes, no.
So you carved out Abia and Imo and you put them in NDDC because they have oil. And then you also carve Southeast Development Commission, which Abia and Imo will also be. You know, they keep duplicating offices and creating commission, thinking that
the commission
will solve the problem.
Deputy chairman, they will have board, they will have this, they will have that. All of them, they withdraw money from the treasury.
I'm telling you, like it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense at all. And some of these people, their children schooled in the UK. Yeah, you see, what's his name? The son of the Tinubu's son. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. Yeah, he schooled in University of Birmingham.
And now
he schooled in Birmingham in the UK.
He's also British. And they know, just in case you need to know.
Yeah, I know he's British. I know he's British. And some of the prominent politicians, their children, I know some of them that they were in University of London and all that, University of Kent, Manchester, and all those universities. So they already know how these things work, and they've already started positioning those ones to come and start suppressing our own children tomorrow, because those ones have no idea of what and anything that is happening in Nigeria.
They don't.
You get it? So if any Nigerian youth is smart enough, they should know this is not the time to play tribal politics or anything. I myself, I was of the opinion before that Igbos shouldn't join, that they will label it Igbo. But since I've really had a rethink about what is going on, and I'm like, you know what? Let everybody join. Since they've already started.
Anyone interested, join them.
Yes,
if you're not interested, you are still fine.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. If you're not interested, stay away.
Since they've already started calling it IPOB protest or whatever.
To link it to you.
Let everybody just join this thing, and let us just bring down this entire system down, because these guys are really, they are really scared. If you can tell from their actions, they've been, they are very, very scared. Like they are really scared. You can tell from the way they've been pushing military into the streets and all that. So we really need to like bring down this system.
You are bringing military. You are harming them like they are going to war.
That is so barbaric. We are in the UK when Muslims they were sympathizing with Palestinians in London. They staged a protest in the UK.
Everywhere, even though UK was
complaining.
This, that. You will never see the police go after them as this.
I'm telling you, and even though the native British people were supporting Israel, these people staged protests in solidarity of Palestine
for days.
Yes, and I was in London. The police handled the situation like they were not harassed or threatened the way.
If anything want to get out of hand,
the way the government of Nigeria is threatening people and having a press conference. One or two people will come out, hold a press conference and say we are pulling out. You were never even part of it in the first place. So why are you pulling out?
For something where be part of. If they now ask them, why are you pulling out? They will say, we don't know the organizers.
The organizers. Can you imagine
so you don't know the organizers and you are pulling out of something you don't even know.
You don't even know. They were not even part of it in the first place. They keep going to traditional rulers and pastors and the imams. Who told them that people listen to those people?
That's another mistake. That's why I say it's going to backfire. They are showing him down now that they will make sure, say, that's in no hold, right? Those people are collecting the money. The day will come, all of them will disappear. People will take over the streets. And the money is gone too.
Of course, we don't listen to traditional rulers or pastors now or religious leaders now. We don't. I think that era has passed. So they should stop wasting money on, giving those people money and trying to use them to control. It doesn't work. I think Nigerians have actually wisened up now, and they've been united by hunger. And please, people who are being so negative and saying Nigerians, nothing will happen, it will not yield any result. Please, can they actually refrain from making such statements? Because that is like putting out a negative impact out there. Because in as much as we are all in the diaspora, we are not there physically to lend our support, but we can do that morally and financially. So let us stop being so negative about it, because as well making this having this conversation and having this program, they are listening to it. Both the politicians in Nigeria, the DSS, even the average Nigerian youth is listening to it. So when you put out negative messages like that, it has effect on thousands of people, and you might not even know it. Thank you, Michael, for what I've been doing, and keep up the good work. Okay,
Ferdinand, thank you so much. Okay, enjoy your week. It's a new week, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, brother. Yeah, that's a good one. So I have a very one last appeal to make, because right now we only have 10 minutes to go. So we might still get like 2 calls. Depends on my next callers. We have 10 minutes to go, and we have to use the time very, very cautiously. So here is my caller. Next caller. Hello there.
Hello, Mike. Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Okay, what I wanted to just put in is for those in diaspora, we keep saying to people in Nigeria, come out, everybody must come out. What are you doing? What are you doing in your region? Okay, I'm quite happy that that somebody did mention that there's going to be something in New York. Can't we have something in the United Kingdom?
There probably is something going on. I'll do my own job on that and see what is really, because there are things going around. But yeah, you're right. If there's none, now they can hear you. Go over. Sorry.
Picket the embassy, and not too far from the embassy is number 10. Go there and picket it. It's just Downing Street. It's just the distance between Nigerian House and Downing Street is not too far. As long as we have up to 100 people, we'll picket I tell you, some people would take the time off. I, being one of those, would take the time off and go and show my support. So it's not just about us saying people should Nigeria, they should come out, and people blaming people that are collecting 5,000 naira. But I'm not saying it's right. Listen, things are difficult in Nigeria at the minute. 5,000, it's like a fortune for some people. So they will poverty is a bad thing. It will put you under pressure. It will put you under pressure to do something that you would not normally do under enormous circumstance. So we in the diaspora, we should make it. And anybody that knows any of the address should put it online. We'll go there. We'll go to their houses and picket it. It's not an offense here in the UK. We'll go to their house and picket their houses and all that, and let them know that, listen, there's no escape except they go to Mars or Jupiter,
That's some stuff there. And I bet you there are so many people who have also possibly scouting for any information about what's going to happen in the UK and even in their own city, not just UK per se.
Call out the address and all that, put them under pressure. The United Kingdom, I'm talking about United Kingdom because that's where I live. I don't know about other countries and all that. We'll be under pressure. We'll start thinking twice, hey, these thieves that come and want to start causing wala in our country, do we really need it? They'll be kicked out. So that's the thing. Just let them know that. Let them know there's no escape. There is no escape.
Nobody has the monopoly of madness. If you make us uncomfortable, then we'll make you or your life miserable too. Come on.
Look at the guy that died of a heart attack on Saturday. Was it Saturday morning or Friday? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If that man is so stinkingly rich that he could have cited a world-class hospital even in his village, which would be beneficial for that region and for other people and all that, and he will be going there for periodic checks.
He didn't have to fly 6 hours to go see a doctor.
No, those guys, they can't come out with all their millions. They can't even stroll the street. They can't come out. They can't ride a bike and all that. They're so unhealthy. They're so unhealthy.
Like they have to pay people to make them feel good. That's what they do.
Right? Exactly.
They put people around them. They say, it was because of Ifeanyi Ubao. I don't know what my life would have been like. Oh, I respect him. If not because of so person, I don't know what my life would be like. Oh, then they will keep saying that to them. Just they are helping just to make themselves feel good in that circle. Wow.
If the guy was to be told that by today he will be no more in the land of the living, I mean, it's sad. It's a human right.
Whatever death ask.
Yeah, but they are out of out of reality. They don't care. Look at, I mean, when Akbabi opens his stupid mouth to talk and all that, you'll be wondering, is this guy, does he have some kind of mental illness?
Possibly.
You know, they don't care. They don't care, and they don't care.
And they are so disconnected. Like it's unimaginable. The level of disconnection between these guys and the supposed people they are leading. It's so unbelievable.
Is that they've been using religion and ethnicity to divide us, and I think we're trying to realize that, and especially North, and I'm very thankful about it. This time around, you know, they wanted to come with the narrative that is a haram, you know, for people to come out, and then
right now it's no longer that.
And thiefnubu is what? Trust me, the man is worried big time. He is worried big time.
We can see all the actions now. Look at all this. Like, see, Tony Baba, thank you so much. Okay, I will still probably just take one more before we call it a night. God bless you for that addition. Okay, a lot of people are beginning to say, yes, we should do our own, and we will. Okay, you have a good one. So yeah, we should all begin to look at, towards that direction. Okay, all of you in the UK, like I said, I'm not going to really make any sort of a promise. I'm just going to go look around. There must be something going on. There must be something cooking, and what date and when and where. All that stuff. I'll go look around. And if there is none, man, we can possibly work that out. And those who are already planning to come together across the world as well, forward me those details. Let me tell people in your city, in your country, that you have something cooking and they can join. Here is my last caller this evening. Hello there.
Hello, Maego.
Hello,
sir. Thank God. Thank God I'm the last caller. Well, I will use it well.
Thank you.
Please. Okay. I'm going to speak for thiefnubu. All of us have been talking, speaking for ourselves. But this time I will speak on behalf of thiefnubu.
Okay.
Well, like I said, we need to be suggesting something for him because, like Ndume said, all the people he has around him, they can't tell him the truth. He's a leader who is in trouble now. He's looking for a solution. But all the solution is applying. They are not working.
They are making the problem worse.
Exactly. So if he can sum up courage and probably, get somebody who will tell him the truth, somebody like Nelson Wike, somebody who can look him at the face and tell him the truth.
Say straight to him that.
Yes, Wike can do that, but because Wike is crooked, he doesn't want to tell him the truth.
And he has compromise.
Wike can tell him, watch Mayegu.
Yeah.
Watch Mayegu. But before he does that, he has to invite his doctors so that they can be around him, so that exactly.
So that
when he hears the truth,
go see where to go kill him. Okay?
Exactly. He needs to listen to it. But he will start with himself. He will tell himself, yes, he snatched it, ran with it. Now it has backfired. So he has to repent. Like what did they say? What they call him? Apostle Paul in the Bible. He was Saul, but he repented. So if thiefnubu wants this issue to go away, he has to repent himself. Sell off all the assets he acquired crookedly. Sell it off for the public. Let Nigerians see that he's changing. He says we should endure a bit. It will start from him. Let him show that he is not enriching himself, that he wants to endure. Then the Senate, all those people, the money they keep for security deposit, the money they stash away, they should retrieve it from them. It may be only 10%, leave it for them while we endure it. Let's use the money and feed the poor.
they should know the right thing to do. That's the kind of advice he needs now. Since those around him cannot advise him, he should sum up courage.
Say some of your advice is there, sir. This is my own opinion. No, your advices is pretty much. It will be easier if you just put some otapia like that. Put it inside a glass of milk and serve all of them. You know what this means? You're asking them to actually make themselves hand over all they've taken or be taken from them, and even if not 10% give them. They would rather die. I mean, that is why people have to actually really chase them. But these ones, they would drink a poisoned milk than accept your advice. I'm replying on their behalf.
You think so?
These are like excessively greedy people. Okay.
They want a solution. The solution is simple. Once you know a problem, when you know a problem, 50% like we have taught in school.
Okay. Well, I am saying
once you know a problem,
they would rather die.
The solution can be solved. So the problem is already open. We can solve it. It's not too difficult. But it has to start from him. This protest that says it's going to be bloody, if he himself should join the protest, Tinubu can join this protest. It's protest of bad governance. He's not the only person governing Nigeria.
He's not the only person. Exactly. Like they are.
That's why you have to start from him.
Team is about team. People are holding
it's not about him. It's about bad governance. So let him repent. Let him repent. Like B2B said, if the leader is not stealing, it will be easier.
You get what I mean? If the leader is not aiding and abetting criminals, right, they cannot be robbing this much under him and nobody is going to jail. He's involved.
Exactly.
Fully.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
God bless
you.
I hope they listen to your advice, even if it is that part to bring his own doctor, physician, and then tune in on to Mayegun's Political. We have lots of advice for him here, right?
Exactly.
That part too. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. You have a good evening.
All right.
Sir.
Thank you. Andy.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
So that is where we are going to draw the curtain this evening. Okay. Thanks so much to all of you, my donors, my supporters, and fans me. Dear Templars, thank you, brethren. We've had another wonderful day. If you haven't seen what we had there in the morning, maybe you should check. And if you have actually seen that, then you have seen this too. So I can easily just say maybe one more thing. Just make sure that you subscribe or like this broadcast if you haven't done that already before you go. By tomorrow, it will be 48 hours to the D-Day. And thiefnubu and his money really stop people from standing up and exercising their rights to protest? Well, time will tell. Thanks a lot, everyone. And good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Godfather kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún. máyégún diary na ibi number one. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. máyégún diary na ibi number one. àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. máyégún diary na ibi number one. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. lórí Facebook. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. lórí YouTube. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gómìnà kówó jẹ. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. òkúra olóṣèlú. máyégún máa bí. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. àyè máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kí ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.